Well, guys, since Scorpio is out, what do you want to do? Hmm. Well. Hmm. Let me think. Oh, I have something. All right, Earl. Let's hear. Let's hear. All right. Hold on. I'll be right back. So, in an unsolved mystery that we're gonna do is some of you may not that you heard or may not heard about this game, and that is Carnivores Cityscape. You mean that a failed or supposed end of Carnivores series? Yeah, that game sucked. I mean, look at all the views of it. Who played it? Yeah, lazy graphics and even design. I never heard of it. I never played this game. Me neither. Really? Well, yeah. Well, the only thing I played is the Carnivores mobile on phone. Same here. Me too. Man, we're really old. I mean, we used to play those games on PC back in the day. Dude, you weren't even at the 90s. We're from the 2000s. I know, but some people play PC games of carnivores in the 2000s. Well, yes, but those are mods. Anyways, now, for the backstory. The plot expands to the original storyline told throughout the main Carnivore series, this time pitying humans and dinosaurs in a battle for survival. This story follows the exploits of Dino Corp and int their intent on providing its customers with the most unique hunting experience. The company stumbled upon a planet filled with dinosaurs, remarkably similar to those used to found on Earth, thus allowing the wealthy to travel on to the planet to hunt such extraordinary beasts. Unfortunately, the events of Hunter's interests started to diminish and profit quickly plummeted because of many incidents of hunters and the clients, well, being eaten. Dinohunt Corp was forced to rethink their strategy, therefore creating a project with the idea of bringing these amazing creatures to the attention of the border audience. A large scientific vessel was then commissioned to transport a sizable array of dinosaur species. The ship's purpose was to visit all Earth colonies, exhibiting the creatures to the public, creating more of a revenue in return. Like making a zoo. Everything went smoothly until the transport ship named DinoCorp 7 crashed on the outskirts of a distant Earth colony. With the dinosaurs now running rampant and running loose, DinoCorp was forced to hire agents in order to eliminate the threat and save the city. Being successful of eradicating the dinosaurs. But now the question is, and it's still a mystery to this day, What happens to Dinohunt Corp? Do they recover from the Crater City incident, or are they shut down and fall into bankruptcy? Well, I have never played the cityscape, but I did heard about it. And I think there was some article, I don't know if I remember correctly, or a message. There's always the same question. What happens to Dinohunt Corp? Do they recover or are they shut down and fall into bankruptcy? It's still a mystery on what happened to them after the whole Crater City incident. Same here, Moit. I mean, if I had to take a guess, they would have fallen to bankruptcy because of the whole dinosaurs escaping. I mean, think of it. Millions of dollars of damage, civilians getting injured or killed by dinosaurs. Well, my theory is maybe Corp recovered. The whole dinosaurs being eradicated in the Crater City. Either they recovered and compensate the people victims of those dinosaurs, and the company responsible for it and the damages. Well, one is maybe they were shut down and fall into bankruptcy, and maybe another company took over. Well, I'm kind of going with Niles on this one. Yeah, same with me. Well, speaking of carnivores, cityscape, I did hear that there is no writer for the game. Really? I never even noticed that. Seriously? Don't video games ever had writers to write a story or backstory of the characters and the whole plot? Well, yes, if you go into Wikipedia, there is no writer for the storyline. Really? What kind of video game company doesn't have a writer to make a story? If I remember correctly, those four people who made the game of Cityscape. Why don't they hired a writer? It's Sunstorm. I mean, why would they waste their money and time to hire a writer for Carnivore's Cityscape? Why would they waste their money and time on it when they could just make it and finish it and boom, that's it? That's just ridiculous. I mean, come on. There are some video games that don't need a writer. They don't need them that often. Yeah, that is true. Well, some at least. Only some of them. Well, yeah. Only only a few that had writers for the video game that was made in production. And another thing, in that was so disappointing. There are only five of them. Yeah, five. Suchomimus, Nanotyrannus, which is a dubious. Well, there are studies that it is a species. Coelophysis, Oviraptor, and the Giganotosaurus. Yeah. Five. I mean, I get they had to stick with the theme of make them all predators, but why not add a herbivore? I don't know, like a Triceratops, Stegosaurus, or Ankylosaurus. I mean, why not add a herbivore? I mean, don't the people who made the game ever played Carnivores 1 and 2? Did they ever play those two games? Well, it is hard to say whether or not they ever played those two games of carnivores. Either they didn't know or they just ignore it and make them all carnivores anyway. Yeah, and there was something that's really ridiculous and dumb. It's a campaign that you can play as an agent or you can play as a dinosaur, which is a waste of time. What's the point of having two campaigns? I mean, sure, you can play as a dinosaur and kill people over and over and over again. As an agent, you kill dinosaurs over and over and over again. It plays the exact same thing. Like you play as a dinosaur, you win. It is a temporary victory. I mean, sure, yeah. They're not just gonna stay in the city, they'll just starve themselves to death. And you play as an agent, you eradicate the dinosaurs. And with the ending, you left the question, what's the dinohunt Corp? Do they recover or are they shut down? So yeah. Yeah, that is stupid to add campaigns if we could play as a dinosaur or agent. I mean, wouldn't it make more sense if you start as a dinosaur in the beginning on the ship of Dinohunt Corp 7? Then you come out and you destroy a city and took over. But later, when the agents showed up and eradicated the dinosaurs, wouldn't that make more sense if you start as a dinosaur? Then you start as an agent when dinosaurs are rampaging in the city. You know, it will kind of work actually. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you start as a dinosaur at the ship. When you escape and started a rampage, then the agents come and showed up to eradicate the dinosaurs. I mean, that would technically work. Yeah, that is true, but it's not known why those producers ever choose the two campaigns. It's not known why they did it. Why don't we ask them? I highly doubt they would respond to us. I mean, you know how they are. They are tight-lipped about their history, about making video games or even films during production. Like some type of drama or an incident that happened, that occurred, that they refused to talk about it. I highly doubt they would respond to us on why they chose the two campaigns. You could play as an agent or you could play as a dinosaur. And there's another thing that you left out. I think I remember that there was a multiplayer that you could play. I saw in the video that 3 players are playing the game in multiplayer, but for some reason it was removed. Like, for some reason, why did they remove multiplayer in Carnivore Cityscape? Yeah, that's what I want to know. I didn't know it became that popular. Well, it is hard to say because it's a mystery that we'll never know about. Well, let's take a break for a few minutes. So, what do you guys think that was Scorpio that he's gonna tell us on why he hates Rhea so much? Well, he did say that, because I want to find out. Yeah, and put an end to this drama once and for all, because I'm starting to get tired of it. Same here. I know. Hey, if anyone who has watched that anime, or if you read any fan fiction about it, bring everyone who has seen the anime, and then you will find out why Scorpio dislike Rhea so much. Who are you talking to? Oh, no one. Nothing important. Are you breaking a fourth wall? No. I mean, well, Scorpio did dislike characters like Diodora. That's understandable. Riser Phoenix. Understandable. And, well, Azazel. I don't know why, because, well, I guess Scorpio did make a point about him. And Xeoticus, understandable, because what kind of father would put their daughter in an arranged marriage? Who would do that? Yeah, I kind of see your point there. Yeah. What kind of father does that? That's just wrong and sick. They're devils. I mean, it's not that surprising. They are greedy and power hungry. But with pride and arrogance, that will lead them to their downfall. That is true. But wait, what about Junior? He's the prince of monsters. How come he hasn't been in arranged marriage? Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Same here. Well, Junior? Well, yeah, because my dad and my grandfather don't waste their time on pointless arranged marriages because, well, for one, for our species, we are an endangered species, so and it is illegal to force an endangered species like a Godzilla to force an arranged marriage. I mean, my dad and my grandfather would never accept it. They would never do it because that's against the law in our culture, in our tradition. Really? Yes. I didn't know that. Well, you never even ask. Okay, that I want to know about. Yeah, I didn't know either. But wait a minute. What happens if a devil approaches you and wants you to be in their peerage? I would say no. Well, yes, but remember what Scorpio said to us. Even if you say no to a devil that you don't want to join, those devils will not take no for an answer. They will go to lengths of trying to force you or threaten your loved ones if you don't join their side. Well, if they did, I would send them to a hospital. Oh, wow. Really? Yes. If any of those greedy creatures dare to lay a finger on my family or my friends, which is you guys, I would beat them to a pulp if they do anything. Wow. I I mean, wow. You would do that? Yes, I would. I would do it for you guys. You're my best friends. Because I will not have my loved ones hurt or being subjugated by those greedy creatures. Yeah, imagine you in High School DxD if that happens to you. Which route were you gonna do? Would you pick the 1954 route on a rampage, or go genocidal Undertale route? Well, neither of those two. But what about you, Cobra? What would you do? Well, if I was in High School DxD, I would... Ugh. At one of the worst timings, a bell always interrupts when it goes off. Because you know what? Where'd the bell even come from? I mean, what is this? Some type of Minecraft high school yandere crap? We're not even in Minecraft. Or heck, even a yandere roleplay episode. I mean, what kind of crap is this? Ugh, don't question the logic. If you do that, it's complicated and difficult. Yeah. And it looks like Scorpio's gonna come back, so I'm guessing that this is where we will find out why Scorpio hates Rhea so much. Yes, finally. We're finally gonna get the answers we've been waiting for. Yep, can't wait. What about you guys? Well, let's find out. Yeah, let's solve this mystery. Yeah. We will finally solve it. Alright. Because I want to know about the whole argument about what you four did. Hey, what I miss? Well, we were talking about carnivores cityscape and why Dinohunt Corp doesn't have an ending of a conclusion. Like, do they recover or are they shut down, fall into bankruptcy? Interesting. Anyways, alright guys. Now we're finally at the end. You're gonna find out why I hate Rhea so much. Yes, you already said that many times. Yeah, we get it. Alright. Let's start, shall we? As I said before, this is the moment where Cobra is gonna get answers on why Scorpio hates Rhea so much. We're gonna get the answers and find out why. Seriously, who are you talking to? Oh, nobody. Anyways, like and subscribe, and see you later, guys, on the next episode.